What's up, guys? Welcome to the Leonard 24 podcast live from Leonard 23 here in Houghton, New York, the pride of Allegheny County. And this week, we have a webcam.
Allegedly.
What's up, guys? I'm ZT. I'm joined here with Jared.
Let's rock.
Hey.
Tits. And Guntz.
Let's rock.
And this week, we're joined...
Did you already say Lyle?
No, I haven't. I was going to. And this week, we're joined with Lyle in an undisclosed location.
It's prison. He's in prison.
Lyle, reach out to me and recreate the picture of God and whoever the other guy is.
Adam. I'm on Alcatraz Island in San Francisco, so yeah.
All right. This week, we have another ad. The Center for Sustainability is hosting their annual Church in the Woods events this Sunday, Saturday 20th. Wow. This Sunday, September 20th. I know English.
Whatever you're into.
That's the day after tomorrow. There will be two services, one at 9 a.m. and one at 11 a.m. The speakers for each service will be Coach Westberg from the men's basketball team and Dr. Sarah Dirt. Be sure to RSVP by emailing Samara Rouse, and remember to bring your own blankets and camp chairs. Be sure to check out the Church in the Woods and other great events the Center for Sustainability puts on. And let's get into this podcast. Jer?
Public disclaimer. We suck, and we're annoying, and we say bad things, but we don't mean it. That is all.
All right.
Except Titus. Titus means everything he says. But.
All right. First off, let's check in on Lyle. For those who don't know, Lyle's currently in quarantine and has been there since Wednesday. How are you doing, Lyle?
I'm holding in there. It sucks. No, this is awful. I mean,
Been there for 2 days.
it's not that bad, but like, I don't get a whole lot of visitors. You know.
Do you get
Thank you
yard
guys for
time?
coming to visit too. So.
Yeah, do you get to play b-ball in the
Do
yard?
you get yard time? Yeah.
What?
Do you get yard time?
I get 45 minutes out in the yard. Yeah, with
Yeah.
supervised guards with guns and
I
everything.
remember my time in prison.
It's kind of crazy. They go all out here. It's insane. Yeah, but it's only like a 10 by 10 yard, like 10 foot by 10 foot. It's not that big. There's not a whole lot of inmates either. So yeah, that's how it is over here.
Nice.
Sounds like my kind of prison, Lyle.
You should come. It's kind of dope. It's all just 4 white padded walls. Yeah. There's a couple dudes in white that come and check on me every now and then. But other than my imaginary friends here, I'm holding up. So, like, it's interesting. So, how is it back at 23?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would like to know. That's why I asked the question, Guntz.
We just really miss you here.
Oh, okay.
Every second of the day,
Yeah.
we're just like, man, we miss Lyle.
I haven't thought about
Yeah.
you one bit.
Wow, Jer.
All right.
You're my roommate. So I have a single. So do you want me to be honest, or do you want me to just like
No, it's okay. I have a single too, so it's okay. I understand.
All right. So remember that we appreciate if you guys comment in the chat there. We love to see those. We also have a call-in line ready to go if we want to put that in the chat. Not this week? All right.
Negative only call in line. Not this week. Technical difficulties with a certain someone's phone. All right.
10-4. All right.
I hate when it's tapped.
All right, then let's get into something. Week 1, we discussed Shark Tank on the show, and I think I now have $1 billion idea for Shark Tank. All right, you ready for this, guys? I've always been a huge fan of the Olympics. Like, when the Olympics are on, I sit there and I watch it, the entire day. Like, I would say so, yeah. So, I especially love watching the U.S. win, and the U.S. is really good at swimming. So, because of that, I'm a huge fan of Michael Phelps, the greatest Olympian of all time. And then Katie Ledecky is dominant there in the women's. And then, side note, a goal of mine is to have an athletic child that's more athletic than I am, so that I can live through,
Obviously.
So I decided I want Michael Phelps' sperm and Katie Ledecky's eggs, and I want to make the ultimate swimming baby. So then, after watching so much Shark Tank, I'm like, this is an idea for a business right here. So, I'm going to start a company that's going to pay athletes, and maybe eventually celebrities, a signing bonus to ride their sperm or their eggs, and then they would get a commission every time a customer decides to use their sex cells. I think everyone's a winner in that situation. It's creative,
Is
baby.
it hands-on?
Lyle, that's legal.
Oh, okay.
That's like
the
sticking
only
on
way
the
I would
steps
help
you
out.
want. Like Titus is looking forward to like the getting. Yeah, Titus is looking forward getting to the marriage, having a divorce, but only getting married for genetics.
Yeah.
Like that takes away all the fun.
I think you should have one wife that's a dedicated wife just for your genetic offspring, and you're totally cheating that step. The problem with this country is so many people try to find an easy way to do things that need to be hard. This is the time.
But I think that's like the progression of technology, Like, I think as technology progresses, hard things are supposed to become easier and you find new hard things.
How well can you see us in those glasses?
I can't see, ever since you turned that kid's light off, I can't see anything.
I mean, if this was an idea, I don't think it should be limited to just athletes, but like all celebrities.
Well, I think it was just going to start out as athletes and then eventually go to celebrities, all celebrities, yeah.
Because if I could get like Jack Nicholson's sperm and mix that with like Ronda Rousey's egg,
What would that even be?
we'd see. I mean, it'd be so much experimentation.
I think you create a new Harley Quinn. So you know who Harley Quinn is?
You know who Harley-
I just think this is a great idea. I mean, I think we can create super athletes this way.
I think you bypass the whole ethical codes, but that's
But why is it not ethical if we already are making babies in test tubes?
Because you want to know the easy answer?
I do.
Because you're playing God. All our Christians are good on that, dude.
And.
Well, somebody has to play guy. He doesn't do a very good job doing it.
Okay. No.
I don't know.
We don't believe in that. That's one of those disclaimer things.
I don't even know where to go from there.
Hey, Lyle, wait, I'm gonna interrupt. Lyle, real quick, do you think you could switch to push to talk on your Zoom if you can figure it out? That way when you talk, just make sure you press whatever button it tells you to press to talk. Okay, back to it.
I don't know. What else we got today? Anything else? Anything interesting happened this week that we want to talk about?
This week, just in this week.
I mean, anything you want to talk about, Guntz? Yeah.
I beat Titus in NFL. Madden.
This isn't. Yep, he did.
Yep.
Now I'm not getting into that.
Nah, it's he beat me.
Oh, did he beat you? Did
Yeah,
he beat you?
It was. I'll give him.
Allegedly.
No problem accepting defeat. Unlike the Japanese in World War II, I know when I surrender, so I don't get my country nuked twice.
Nope. That's a questionable statement.
Wow.
I don't know if the second one is really necessary, nor the first, but that's alright.
Overkill is underrated.
Overkill is underrated.
Overkill is underrated.
That's a good quote.
Okay.
Wow.
That is a good quote. Okay.
All right, let's talk about something we learned about Zach Guntz on Saturday. Zach Guntz was in the choir.
Oh, yeah.
And he was in a choir that you had to make and traveled to Europe because of it.
How come you never sing for us? Is my
Yeah, that's what I want to
He
know.
does. He sings in the shower.
He does sing in the
That's
shower.
no choir Mennonite
No,
singing.
I goof around in the shower, just the little
It
bird.
sounds pretty good.
So what do you want to know about
Yeah, I mean, how'd you get into it? Like, were you always singing, or?
Did you follow Pretty Girl?
Yeah.
No, so I heard there was this. If somehow my choir instructor hears this podcast at all, ever, okay, don't listen anymore. into it because I heard that they're going to go to Europe, and I was like, dude, free trip to Europe.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, 16 years old, you can drink over there if you wanted to. Like, I mean, I was.
If you want.
If
you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah, I was 18 at the time. Yeah, it was a great time. No, I think I was 17 going on 18. But yeah, so I taught myself how to sing, passed the song I needed to sing, and.
Wait. Hold on.
First of all, I want to know. We have a lot of questions. First of all, what was the song that you sung?
Dude, I couldn't even tell you. Like, it's from a hymn, and there's like 900 hymns in one of those books.
But it was like a test.
So, like, the song that they used, like, for the male part, you got tested for all the male parts to see what you were the best at. So they had a single song that would have you sing really high, and then at some point sing really low to test your vocal range. Turns out I could hit really high and I could hit really low. So my choir director called me bisexual. Bisexual as in, it's a joke. I was like, because one time we were arguing and I was like, you can't get rid of me. I was like, you can't get rid of me. There's no way. Like, I do too much for this choir. And he said, you know what you do? You sing 2 sections. You know we call you bisexual. So ever since then, I've been bisexual when it comes to choir.
Nice. So, like, are you actually a good singer?
Depends on the song. Like, so what?
How you know, man?
So what led us to being good was like we had class for like an hour and a half like every day, and like we went every single Sunday. Like we went to a different church in Pennsylvania, and like we were like constantly doing stuff before we went to Europe. Like that was just during the school year. Then we went to Europe and we sung in like cathedrals. We sung in Italy, Switzerland, Germany. We sung in different churches, different like Lutheran. Are Lutherans like cathedrals? What are those called?
It's just church.
No.
They might be because they're
Just church. I was a Lutheran.
Yeah.
I was a Lutheran. I was a Lutheran. It's literally just like chapel. It's just church.
It's not, but it wasn't because like those buildings were made in like this 50 years.
Yeah, Lutherans have a lot of things that are still similar to
I
Catholics.
was a Lutheran, like I know, but like it's just like.
Yeah, but you haven't been a Lutheran in Europe.
Yeah, have you been a Lutheran in München, Germany?
Yeah, have you? Have you, Jared?
I'm sorry.
Jared, do you even know what soccer team the Germany has?
I know more German than you.
You ever read Mein Kampf?
I have actually.
Me too.
It's a good read.
It's some talking points.
Compare that to the Communist Manifesto. Where do those rank?
Well,
I would say Mein Kampf is above it.
One guy was all talk, the other guy was all action.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I'm not right. Okay.
Lyle, don't forget, like, if you want to talk, like, you know, are you push to talk right now? Are you push to talk right now? Are you like
whoa.
real?
We should talk about
I don't know.
wrestling.
My what?
I don't, okay.
Why do you want to know about my wrestling time?
What does Nadia know about Jeremy's?
I don't really know.
Oh, we hear you a lot better.
Yeah,
man.
we hear you.
We hear you better, yeah, but like, we don't want, like, because if they can hear, we might have to turn our TV down. We're doing that, we're learning, guys.
Yeah, we have no
Yeah,
idea
so
what we're
it
doing
might
here.
be a little rough, but we're just.
We have a young Jamie in the interview session right now, but we're not going to do this.
So what exactly do you want to know about my wrestling days?
Jared, when did you wrestle?
When did I wrestle?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wrestled from all of middle school till I only did it until 9th grade of high school.
Okay.
They called me Hershey Bear because obviously I'm brown and big, so it kind of made sense. I am brown, right? Dude, it's wild.
So like, I don't really see color.
That's just because you're colorblind, so it's just.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know you're brown.
Are you colorblind?
Jared,
Anyway.
what was your weight class?
What was my weight class? Well, in middle school, you didn't really have one. And then you literally didn't. Like, there's no weight classes in middle school. It's just kind of, you just kind of look at them, and you're just like, yeah, they can go together. And then in high school, I was in the weight class 285, but the dumb thing about wrestling is when you get, like, after 220, there's the next weight class is 285.
Yeah.
And I was 225. And my coach wanted me to wrestle that because not a lot of schools have that. So I wasn't allowed to lose the weight. I had to stay in the 285 class. And after Christmas, you get a 10-pound allowance. So I was wrestling 295.
Was it all the pork cracklings you were eating?
Let me ask you something, Jer. Were you more of a Hershey Bear in that class, or were you a Hershey Kiss at that time?
Okay, so I don't know what that really means, but I stopped wrestling because I stopped being clearly stronger than other people, and I needed to have more aggression. And obviously, I'm not a very aggressive guy, so that's why I stopped wrestling.
Did you bite
But it was
somebody's
fun.
ear off?
I miss it. Did I bite someone's ear off? No, I did break a guy's nose once.
Not cool.
It was. I felt a little bad, but it was also a cool
I
sound.
would have cried.
Have you ever heard of a nose break?
Have you ever heard a leg break? I've done that in football. I broke a kid's leg when I was like 10.
Fell on it?
Yeah, it was just a pile.
Was it even in the play, or did you just like run
I didn't
after
do it
it?
on purpose. All of a sudden, the kid starts screaming because his legs.
I'm just saying, if anyone actually killed someone in this room, I feel like it could be UZT.
Hey, what happens when you didn't know me doesn't count.
Okay. Purposeful killing or accidental killing?
Okay, I would
Manslaughter.
He would be
first,
purposeful.
I would premeditate.
He would be purposeful. The only way I'd kill someone's accident. Like, let's be honest.
Like vehicular manslaughter.
Jeremy, you would slip in a tub, wouldn't you?
I would what?
You would slip in a tub. Is that
Slip
the
in
way
a
you would
tub.
die?
Is that
He
how?
just said that you would slip in a bathtub and you would die. I think that is what he was trying to say.
We're talking about homicide, not suicide, Lyle.
Okay, I'm saying.
I'm so confused.
Wait a second, Jeremy's gonna kill somebody in the bathtub?
confused.
Oh, let's talk about our major.
Yeah, we can talk about our majors. Lyle, what's your major?
Physical therapy. Well, technically biology, but focus on PT.
Alright. I hope I knew that. That's a good thing. Alright, so I am an accounting major and a business major. Yeah. Jared, what major are you?
I forgot for a second. Sorry, I'm psychology, clinical counseling track, because I want to sit in a room and listen to people's problems.
Like Titus and Guntz.
Yes.
I am also a psychology major, but unlike Jerry, I think it's a hoax.
It's all in mind, dude. Like, I don't.
You can't, psychology is literally trying to understand people. You can't.
Yep.
That's
You
literally.
can't truly
I don't know if you
understand
picked up a book, but that's like what psychology talks about. Is there's ideas and ways to predict things, but you can't always know.
What about
Yeah, so what's the point?
What's the point of philosophy?
what's the point of life?
point?
Psychology majors are just a bunch of effed up people trying to figure out what's wrong with them. All right, that's all psychology
Titus,
majors
that's
are.
That's a bold statement.
Titus, you can't just speak from personal experience.
That's my personal experience. His personal experience.
That's not my personal experience.
Now you're lying.
I know I joined because I like thinking about how other people think, because it's freaking wild.
Okay, Jared. What about philosophy?
I hate
Philosophy's
philosophy.
Is that a viable major?
To people,
Yeah,
yes.
if you want to be a philosophy professor, yes. What else are you going to do with a philosophy degree?
Like, that's the only, yeah, but like.
There's a lot of majors like
We're
that.
getting at things we have no idea about.
No, I know. I don't know, but like, okay, what are you
But
gonna do and change the world with like a philosophy?
You can't change the world.
Change
Oh,
perspective.
I would doubt.
You
Okay.
can't, dude.
Okay.
One
There's some
man
people
can
that have
change.
changed.
Philosophy is just trying to convince people certain things, but it's all like everything is subjective. Like nothing can truly be known, understood, or communicated in this world.
Big
We're on our
Sean.
own path, and we're all dying, and there's no sequel. And all these majors trying to change that are just fooling themselves.
So I'm-
Big Sean has a separate thought. He said one man can change the world.
no
He
one
said
cares,
it.
Jared.
He made a song about it. It has to
Why
be
a
true.
business major? So that's what's really going to change the world. I don't know. You're going to pick people's brains because they have problems, but I'm going to be doing the big business.
I think I'm going to be doing
That's
big
true.
business.
You know, HVAC technicians do more to change this world than any humanities major. Okay, let's study the real problems. Will this AC unit fit in that building?
Facts.
That actually is change. That is real change that we can see and can make.
Amen. Dude, you're preaching to the choir right now.
Oh, I know.
You're preaching to the
I know.
What are people? Homo sapiens. I don't even know. Like, that's a good question though. Did we come from Adam and Eve? Did we come from two people, or did we come from?
All right, I'm gonna read this funny.
I can't get into it.
I'm gonna read this funny news story headline that I just googled right now. California woman dreamed about eating an engagement ring, woke up to find out she really did. She popped that sucker off, put it in my mouth, and swallowed it with a glass of water. Jenna Evans wrote in a Facebook post. How do you guys feel about what you guys do while you are sleeping?
Yeah, honestly, do you think you can your body do that much while you sleep?
I mean, people sleepwalk all the time, do they not?
That's true. That is
I don't
one.
sleepwalk. How would you know you sleepwalk?
No, you freaking sleep wrestle your mattress.
I also.
I move a lot.
I do too. I wake up and all my sheets are off my bed, and I'm like, what happened in here? Did I just start turning
Massacre?
and tossing? Yeah, I don't know. It's just like my sheets are just off my bed.
Guntz, when do you sleep though?
Yeah, I sleep like 3 hours a day. With all the chemicals I put in my body. So, Lyle, what do you do in your sleep?
I don't really know. I'm asleep, so.
Tell me what you do in your sleep.
You would know. You're his roommate.
I would know. Because I know.
I know that I talk in my sleep.
I know you talk. Yeah, you talk in your sleep.
I've heard him talk in sleep.
Yeah, and he says that it's crazy. I think that sleep talking and sleepwalking is like kind of spooky.
That stuff is scary.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to sleep. If someone was like sleep, so I don't want to say his name, but some close friends of
Andrew
ours.
Bob.
No. Some close friend of ours that happened to be our team manager for a couple of years. He used to like scream in his sleep a little bit, like just a little like just weird noises, like weird screams, and his roommate was freaking out about it. And it's just like, how can you sleep? I would not be able to sleep. I feel like this person has a demon inside them and they're gonna kill me.
Yeah, I don't know. There's this my mom's. I don't know the relation to this dude, but he was like younger than me, but like. So now this is coming off really weird. But anyway, me and him were in a room, and he was sleeping, and he literally woke up, didn't wake up, like got up out of bed, asleep, started talking fluently, like I could understand what he was saying, opens the closet door, closes it, 10 minutes later, and he had the blanket still on him, comes out of the closet, and with the blanket off of him now, and lays back down and actually goes to sleep. Since then, I have been freaked out, spooked. I don't like it.
Yeah, when I was super young, my mom said I did something like that. I walked into her bedroom, said something, and it was I can't remember what it was, but I said a whole sentence, and I had a conversation, and went back to bed, and she said I was sleepwalking.
When I was younger, when I was younger, I would wake up and I would want to talk to my mom, but I didn't want to be rude and wake her up, so I'd just stand at the end of her bed and wait for her to wake up.
That is terrible.
She did not like that at all. So that is why my mom thinks I could be a serial killer.
So we got another question. What are our pet peeves?
Oh, I can go first. If we're talking about school pet peeves, I absolutely cannot stand it when a kid starts out answering a question with, I could be wrong, but I don't know if this is right, but no, you just say what you think the answer is. Stop qualifying it. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Stop
They're
qualifying
just trying to give out a disclaimer.
No.
Jeez.
Just say your answer.
They're just nervous fellas.
I have a big pet peeve. I think we've talked about this before. But I can't do when people add letters to words, like alls I know or idea.
I like idea though.
Or this isn't adding a letter, but when people go research, you all know how to say the words
Okay,
right.
I want to bring up something and see if Titus notices this. Titus, do you add S's to end of words that don't need S's? Like JCPenney's? Like
I don't-
Kroger's.
No. I don't-
Because you're not from actually Ohio, but Ohio people love to do that. J.C. Penney's, Kroger's when it's just Kroger,
No.
Myers when it's just Myers.
Oh, I do say Myers.
But it's just
I
Myers.
do say Myers, but I
Yeah.
don't say Kroger's or J.C. Penney's.
It's a common thing in Ohio to add S's to places.
I also don't
That's
shop
just
at
why. It's just you're wrong. Like Zach, you say alls a lot. You say alls, I know.
That's because like I think I am more illiterate because I grew up on a farm.
But I also don't like as a black person.
Okay.
I know. No, this is not anything about race.
I just thought we were
Like
gonna get a
no,
podcast
stop. It's not about that. But like I know that like black people tend to say like instead of ask, like you've heard this. Like have you ever heard that? Like people say ask instead of ask. I had to teach myself how to say ask, and like I just it's just something you should like be able to figure out on your own. I don't
Do
know.
I say ads?
I don't think so. I
Just
don't know.
kind of did.
I'm trying to think of my pet peeve. I don't know what the hell
Pet peeve.
You get annoyed about plenty of
it is.
things.
Pet peeve is people.
Yeah, I feel that.
My pet peeve is that this system we call college has roped us all in and trapping us to pay thousands of dollars for jobs we could do if we just went and we interned without a degree. Whoa.
Hot take.
Can I talk about my number one pet peeve with higher education?
Go ahead.
Forum posts. Can we talk about
Oh.
how pointless forum posts are?
That's all I do these weeks.
Exactly, but what do you get out of it? Have you learned anything from posting one?
I learned how to compliment people on their posts.
I'm so bad at complimenting person.
It's hard. It is hard to teach in coronavirus times without using forum posts though. Because no one's gonna participate on Zoom. How many times have you been in a class and a teacher just asks a question like, "Wait, can you guys what is the answer to this?" And nobody speaks.
Zoom? Okay, another
I'm
thing.
actually shocked that Zach.
That's a good comment.
I'm shocked that Zach thought that.
Okay,
Jeez.
but can we talk, Zoom silence is so much more awkward than classroom silence.
No. Not if you
Really?
have your camera off. It's not.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
what
if
do
have
you?
your
I
camera-
feel like Zoom silence is like you expect that. But like, have you ever been in a classroom and like they ask a question and clearly like no one's read or something, and they're just like, and everyone's looking at each other like that's bad.
I think it's worse on Zoom. Like, I'm talking like even when I did my internship online, and like if there's silence, it's way worse on Zoom than it is in person.
Here's what you do: you pull up Candy Crush and you just ignore it, ignore. Ignorance is bliss.
And that's
Lyle,
why
you got any
society's
pet
the way.
peeves over there?
I'm really trying to think of a pet peeve.
Pet peeves. Well, when people grind their teeth, like my brother grinds his teeth in his sleep, and I used to share a bedroom with him. He just
Is
grinds
Tom
his teeth
Woodward
all
still
night.
watching?
What
Tom
does that
Woodward
do
does
to
that
your?
all the time.
What does that do to your teeth? Like, how bad is that?
It's really bad for your teeth.
Like, I feel like your jaw just constantly hurts.
Also that, and when people don't eat all of their like chicken wing or something like that. They just say,
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
That is a really good one.
Okay, well,
So random.
what? Yeah.
Jeez,
I
I
need
guess it's a
more
pet peeve.
explanation on that. How much is too little? Like, I mean, how much is too much left on the bone?
you gotta clean the bone. You gotta clean the bone.
You gotta clean the cartilage, dude. Like,
Yes.
Anything that is edible needs to be eaten.
Yes.
Yes.
There's this dude. Okay.
Why?
Little bit of input. There was this dude, an exchange student from Korea. I forget his name, but it was 3 syllables. I know that.
Oh, it was God, what's his fucking the Korean guy.
Oh yeah, Kim Jong.
Kim Jong Un. That's what it was.
Yeah.
You took me that long to come up with that.
Sorry, I don't. Ho Chi Minh. I don't know.
I love Ho Chi Minh.
Oh, but he's Chinese. Anyways,
He's Vietnamese. Come on now.
same thing.
Mao Zedong.
No. What I was gonna say is he would eat the bones of
I don't
the
like
chicken.
that.
No, you're not supposed to. They splinter.
I knew someone that did that.
When you chew it, yeah, people suck out the marrow sometimes too. Oh,
The serial killer Ed Gein used to make necklaces out of human bones.
Ed Gein.
That
Ed
is-
Gein.
That
Oh.
literally one does not go with the other.
Jeremy,
They also used to make belts out of nipples.
like without.
Okay. We want to attack this right now. Yes, I eat the whole sunflower seed. If you've never tried
There's
it,
my pet peeve.
no. If you've never, first of all, leave Hubert alone. Give him back his leg. Second of all, if you've never, jeez, stop with Hubert. If you've never had a whole sunflower, you're missing out. It's just twice the flavor. I'll fight you guys all on this. I understand. It's weird.
The flavor's gone.
No, it's not. You had all the flavors in the freaking gel, dude. Promise you. Try it.
You're just lazy.
No, it's not lazy. It's you literally get more of the flavor. Who, Nadia, you do too? Yeah. See? I'm not the only one.
Okay, do you remember human teeth in The Great Gatsby we were talking about the other day? The one shady guy would put human teeth around his neck.
Really?
Yeah.
I watched that movie. I read that book.
Yeah.
Don't recall that part.
You didn't read that.
I did.
Smart.
I did. No, I read that book. I read that and I read Bluefish, which is not to be confused with Redfish Bluefish, which is a Dr. Seuss.
Wait, what have you read?
It's like Bluefish or something like that.
Blackfish?
Blue card, something blue. Blue something.
No, Jerry, you swallow the whole seed, right?
I don't swallow. I chew it.
You chew it and then you spit it out?
Yes.
No, I swallow, but I don't
okay,
like.
that's what
You said the whole one like I digest the whole like. I thought you meant like I just put it in and then just. Oh
No, honestly,
I was like,
honestly, I would
geez.
think you would chew it.
I would rather swallow like a pill than chew it like Jeremy does.
That's just bad for your digestive
Well, then you
system.
get
I
no
don't.
flavor either.
Like yeah, you just.
Because it's all splintered.
That's not true. You know how much stomach acid you have, dude? It's gone before it even reaches
Yeah,
your
but your stomach is like down here. It can literally stab anything on the way down. Like it can stab your esophagus.
You hear that? No holes in my lungs.
You don't know that. What would it sound like? A wheeze?
What
Yeah,
go down your
probably.
lungs anyways?
Yeah.
Yeah, your lungs are not in your digestive tract.
I'm a psychology major. That's all I can say.
You know about the brain, which can't be known about. Do we even have do humans even have a brain? Have you ever seen a human brain? I haven't.
We're gonna need a volunteer to split their head open on the podcast.
I vote Eddie St. Lawrence.
All right. So,
Dumpty.
if you didn't have a brain, the common belief is that you'd be dead. Speaking of death, let's get into this question.
Oh, this is
Say that you're sentenced to life in prison or sentenced to death penalty. Which one do you choose? Death penalty or life in prison?
Is it solitary confinement?
No, we'll go no.
Can you choose solitary confinement?
Yes, you can choose solitary confinement.
I think I'd do okay in prison.
That's a hard question.
I'd be fine.
Like, that's honestly a hard
I
question.
mean, obviously, there's got to be the assumption that you will never, you were guilty and you will never get out.
I think it depends on the prison.
Zach, you
fair.
would not fare well in prison.
White collar prison, I would fare well.
You would be the belle of the
But does
ball.
anyone get life in
No, you would
white
not get
collar
life in white
prison?
collar prison.
Like, yeah, I'd take life any day. That's just like a vacation
I
home.
like to say I would be the most likely to go to prison of our house because I will embezzle money.
Honestly, send me to San Quentin with a crowbar and a pack of pork cracklings, and I'm running that thing in 2-3 weeks tops.
I like the way you think. I choose solitary confinement in a straitjacket voluntarily every day because I don't need people to entertain myself.
That's
I can
because
entertain myself.
you have-
You would go crazy.
He already
I
is-
promise
he already is
you.
crazy.
I'd be like,
You do talk to yourself in the shower, so.
Liam, I think that's based off the assumption that you won't be able to escape either, because I think that's cheating the system. Like
No.
it's life in prison or death penalty.
I would take up Buddhism and I would reach nirvana,
Oh,
and then I would never actually die. So I'd live for hundreds of thousands of years.
why would you want to do that in prison?
Why not? You got nothing else to do.
Lyle, what do you think?
Personally, I would, if it was like a regular prison with other people I could socialize with, I would do that. But if it was solitary confinement, I would rather die.
Can we talk
Are
about
there
how
native gangs in prison? Well, okay, you have to join a gang. I'm Aryan Brotherhood right here.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do. Jerry, you got a couple options. I don't know who you're going with, but you get a choice.
Gary, you cannot be with us.
Yeah, if we go to prison, Jerry, we're not going to be
See,
friends.
the problem is if I join the black gang, then I'm automatically against you guys.
Well, I'd
Well,
kill
you
you.
can't join our
I
gang.
would rather. Would you rather have me kill you or some other random white guy? Like this comes down to respect.
There are liaisons. Like, you could be a liaison to the Aryan Brotherhood and we could be.
I'm just gonna find me one of those what's that movie, like The Longest Yard or that? I'm just gonna find one of those like old timers that just teach you about the way, and I'm just gonna hang out with him the whole time.
Like Joey. Yeah.
And then he's gonna die and get blown up or something because he was a part of some conspiracy, and I'll be sad.
Dude, I don't
How do you
know.
feel about freshmen?
Death penalty by firing squad is a pretty sweet way to go out, though. Firing squad is my choice.
Do you know how they do that?
Fire.
You know how they actually do firing squads?
7 people,
Get
1
a
shot,
shot.
right?
Yeah, but because everyone gets a rifle, but you don't know which, like, the other guys get blanked. Because the guy who shoots you doesn't know he shot you.
Gotcha.
So you can't put that on your conscience. There's like 7 people, and they all shoot at the same time, but even the guy who shot the real bullet doesn't know it.
The most human thing I've ever heard.
Well, I'm just like,
that is so terrible.
Well, it
And
makes
you
sense.
get to shoot
First of
someone
all,
down,
I don't think
but
firing squad's
you-
a thing anymore.
No,
but you don't have
it's
to hold it
valid.
on your conscience.
If
That's
you did have
why.
death penalty, what would be your last meal?
Oh.
Something that would take long to
You'd
eat.
have to do so. It'd have to be a ton. In Texas, you're not allowed to order anything you want anymore because a guy took days to eat his meal. So
Yeah.
now you can no longer do that in Texas. You don't get a last meal in Texas.
I would probably request to eat part of Jeremy Harris's shoulder.
We're not getting back into this. Nope.
Was that
We're
your-
not getting back into this. Nope.
Skyline chili, that's on there.
Skyline.
Skyline
I
chili,
want-
a lot of skyline chili.
I want something expensive and very
But then
seafood-like.
there'd also be steak, and there'd be like, give me some lobster ravioli. Yep, that's on the menu.
Really?
Ooh.
Lobster
That's-
raviolis.
Wait,
Great stuff.
let's ask Lyle. Lyle, what would be your last meal in prison
Before death penalty.
before you get killed by an electric chair
Or lethal ingestion.
or electric chair?
Honestly, I want to be hanged.
You
I
piss
could
yourself.
see. You want
You would if you electrified it.
Titus, you want a blood eagle.
I would. No, not.
We're not going
Right.
to Blood Eagles. No.
All
Wow.
right,
What's your last meal?
Yeah, what is your last meal?
I don't know. I want to stay true to my buffalo roots of skip pizza and wings or something like that.
Okay, nope, you're cut off.
I would also like
He's
want
gonna die.
big old steak and like lots, surf and turf.
Yeah, I could do some
That'd be
surf and
good.
turf.
That'd be good.
Maybe all of that combined. Would they let me do that?
Yeah, normally, unless it's illegal in that state now because somebody misused the system. Oh, let's go back to the question from Abby. How do you feel about freshmen? Fun fact, I consider our lacrosse players that are now sophomores to still be freshmen. So they still got to earn to become sophomores. They've only played a third of a season. So they're still freshmen to me. And they still got to earn their stripes. That's what I feel. I feel everyone's got to earn their stripes to me. I don't automatically like a person. They got to prove themselves to me.
That's a very high and mighty way to think.
I do what you got to do.
I don't really know how I feel about freshmen. I feel like if you're cool, you're cool. And if you're not, you're not.
Yeah, I don't really care like how old a person is, really. I mean, I always bring it up like jokingly and stuff, like, oh, I'm older than all of you, but like, I don't really care. Like, and I don't care if they're a freshman. Like, I don't care if you're a sophomore. I mean, you're
Yeah.
a person. So, it's the real world now. When you get out of college, there's no freshmen through seniors. It's just people. So
That's true.
why you gotta start to train yourself. So,
Are all the sophomores still?
Yes.
yes, but all the sophomores are still freshmen. Afterwards.
Yeah, you guys got to get through what? So wait, we got sent home 2 months early. You guys got to get through midway through October, and then you will be sophomores.
You just haven't experienced finals week yet. Like
Yeah.
the end of the year.
Carry through all the way through college.
What?
Is it every year? Is it delayed?
Is every year delayed? No, I think it's going to be a one-time thing. I think, with COVID, I'll give them a one-time pass.
But okay, but after they graduate, they're still seniors.
Right.
2 months.
Agreed.
I like that.
I do agree with that.
Okay. So, yeah. Do you have a topic for us, Zach?
Do I have a topic?
Well, going off of food, and I know we always talk about food.
So we're good at it.
Do you know how words have progressed over time, like the names of stuff, like ketchup? was catsup. Or I think it is catsup in some places.
I have no idea. I had no idea that was a thing.
That's weird though. They call chips fries and stuff over there too. Catsup.
I like fish and chips. I like that idea.
I don't know. I would definitely would have that in my last meal. My last meal would be toast and Vegemite with milk with Coca-Cola mixed in.
What?
I would. That way, I would die before I got shot to death. And Lyle, my question for you is, what have you been doing in your free time?
Oh, just that's the question.
That's it. There you go.
I would just go walk around.
You just walk around. No. What do you do in your free time now? Just study?
Like now?
Yeah.
Like not quarantine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I walk around campus.
What about, that's only 45 minutes.
Which campus?
No, I think it's just a prison yard.
Very well.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to do.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to have any human interaction, so.
Yeah,
This is pretty stimulating for you, huh?
Lucky you.
Yeah, I get like, you're over here like saying it in like a sad tone, but it sounds like bragging to me, you know?
Ooh, I'm Lyle. I don't have to see people all day. Yeah, fucking no.
On that note, that's all the time we have for today.
We're gonna try to iron out the kinks with our audio and video.
Yeah, but we shouldn't have to do Zoom again. Lyle should be back next Friday.
I don't know, if Bale posts.
If Bale posts. Yeah. We're strapped for cash right now and couldn't get him out. We are, is that true, Liam?
I don't think we should say that.
I don't think we should say it either. Anyways, we are excited to announce the release of the first Leonard 24 podcast merch. We have designed hats with the input of everybody from our team here. Tomorrow, you should check out our Instagram post with the mock-ups of that. DM us if you would like to purchase one of these hats. We just want to know the numbers, and then we'll let you know about cost and time frames once we have the numbers of people that want to order. And thank you guys so much for listening. If you enjoyed the podcast, please give it a like down below and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you follow our Instagram account to get updates about the podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
Okay, thanks, bye.